Hey, welcome. It's Brian, and today we are back with McGee. This is the third song I've done. This is called Are You Looking Up? These are all live, these kind of cool, low light, kind of low fidelity kind of videos, but really artistic and really have a cool vibe about them. And then you layer on top what I'm learning to be kind of a really interesting approach to guitar playing, bass playing, and music in general. Some lo-fi elements, some guitar synth elements, and just a really unique kind of where the guitar is following the vocal line, melody speaking wise, or vice versa, however it is composed. Super interesting and really, really fun to watch. I mentioned in the previous two songs that really all I knew was he is using the GK1 or GK5 Roland guitar synth pickup that's been around for a long, long time. And it's something, like I mentioned before, that I was kind of interested in doing. And I probably wouldn't at this point, after seeing someone that is probably this popular, really propagating that whole kind of line of approach to guitar playing and reinvigorating maybe the guitar synth thing as a thing. In the 80s, pretty huge amongst King Crimson as far as Adrian Belew, Robert Fripp, Andy Summers, many, many more. Many other players went very deep into guitar synthesis around the early 80s. Pat Metheny was another person that used the guitar synth to great effect. Al Di Meola, John McLaughlin, Henry Kaiser, Bill Frisell, even at some point, Vernon Reid. The list goes on. So anyway, it's really neat to see the guitar synth coming back and a completely different use and approach to it. So with that said, here we go.
Wait, somebody to give a new life. Let the list wait on. Miracle could be slack. So are you looking up? That's why. If you wanna go, then baby go wide. Yeah, I can shift shapes, but deny.
Those upstrokes that he does pretty much in every song, it has this really, sometimes almost like an explosion of like static almost. And what's interesting with this guitar to pick, or bass, like I said, it looks like it's a guitar, but the way it sounds, there's also, it's either tuned down or it could be a 6-string bass. I'm not sure. I still don't know. So if you're watching this and you've answered, I'm sorry. What's interesting about this bass or guitar is that guitar synth pickup is pretty, even a newer one, picks up a lot of weird nuance that you don't always want it to. And with a guitar like this that would have like that Jazz Master type bridge, there's a lot of resonance that comes from that bridge that I personally like, and I think why a lot of people buy Jazz Masters or Jaguars or anyone with that kind of bridge. You get a lot of weird overtones that can be very clashing to some, not to me. But with a guitar synth, I imagine that kind of creates a little bit of havoc occasionally. Anyway, cool stuff.
Got the power, your mind, you're gonna waste it all. If somebody's winning, no one ever read. So are you looking up or you asking why? So if you wanna go, then baby go wide. Yeah, I can shift shapes, but I can deny. Yeah, we can put it out the rest one night. Are you looking up or you asking why? If you wanna go, then baby go wide. Are you looking for somebody to put out to fire? We can put it out the rest just for one night.
there we have it, McGee doing the song Are You Looking Up? And from the previous two, this being the third, this one seems to be the most like a traditional song arrangement with some really cool kind of finger picked, but it's also he's doing this kind of muted, almost like a bass player, like an old R&B bass player would kind of thumb through a lot of notes, but yet at the same time deaden them, either with the right hand or the left hand to kind of give it that more percussive attack. And then you've got this kind of cool, the higher notes kind of ringing through. So, super interesting approach to the instrument, but super interesting songwriting. And I can see why there's some kind of real big push behind him as far as people kind of interested in his guitar playing, his use of effects. I'm making that up. I have no idea what people are interested in general, but for me, it's just a really great approach to simplistic but sophisticated songwriting and a lo-fi approach or hi-fi, depending on how you look at it. And super interesting. I'm Brian. See you soon.